for today's art, it's going to be a 2-day art. So we're using the sheets that I sent your mom. One is a barn with no words, the other is a barn with words. And the sheet that we're going to work on tomorrow is this sheet, but we're not going to do it. We're going to do that on Tuesday. So let's look at the words first, just to read them so we can see what it says. And it says, we can sound this word out, in, what is that tricky word? The, now let's sound this out. Ba, this says R, N, barn, in the barn. And here's our new tricky word that we learned today, there. And here's an old tricky word we have, was, ah. So this is going to be the inside of the barn, and this is the outside of the barn. So I'm going to, you can use whatever you like. I've got watercolors. One of the mummies said to me, they were talking about their child doing the coloring, and I said, if you can get watercolors, it's faster and it's a nice texture too, if you can use watercolors or paint. So I'm just going to use the watercolors. So I'm going to make, I've already done this one, so I'm going to make it kind of look like this. So it's the red barn, isn't it? So this is the outside of it. Here's our red barn. So I'm going to stay inside my lines. See, it doesn't take as long when you just keep adding. You don't need too much water on it. You just need it to get wet with watercolors. I have to be careful of these zigzags. This is the hay, so I'm going to make my hay yellow. I have to go inside the doors. I'm going to leave the X white. But you can paint the whole thing red if you want. And then I'm going to get some yellow to paint. Actually, maybe I'm going to paint my green roof first. Give this a chance to dry a little bit. So let's do this green. See, this was dry and I'm just going round and round and round. We've had these paints for so many years at school. They last forever. They last a long time. And children like watercolors because you can get different variations of color with the same block depending on how much water and how clean the color is too. So you have to, each time you change colors, you have to clean out your brush in the water, don't you? That's why they're called watercolors. We have watercolors when the children are at school. They know how to use it. We tell them dip your paint brush in the water when you want to change colors. Make sure the paintbrush is clean before you start again. See? Oh, what do you think of my roof? That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to get yellow to make my hay. They need the hay to feed the animals and for bedding for the animals. And then maybe the inside, because it's dark in here, they don't really have lights like we have. I'm going to just get a little bit of black. See, same paintbrush, but it won't be yellow anymore, and then I'll just go like this. The reason we're taking 2 days to do this is because it's got to dry, doesn't it? And tomorrow we're going to do some printing as well. Okay, so there's my outside. Now we have to do the inside of the barn. Let's see. So what color was the roof? Do you remember? Yeah, it was green. So I'm going to make it green again. You don't have to have a green roof. You can have whatever color you like. Remember, we can maybe read this while we're painting. In the barn should be was and then tomorrow we're going to put some animals in there to read. You can paint over it, you can still see the words. Just don't pick too dark a color that you can't see it, but see, paints right over it. I can still read those words. Can you read the words? the barn there was a little bit more. It's kind of fun to paint. I bet some of you miss painting. Some of you paint it every day when you're at school. All right, so now, should we make the inside red as well? Yeah, we can make the inside red. The red barn. Here we go. There. Okay, so that's all we're going to do, just these 2 sheets today. This looks a little bit messy here. Maybe I'll paint this. Maybe I'll paint the door frame black because it does look a little messy, doesn't it? Should make. Yeah, that looks neater. So you hide your mistakes. Try to stay inside your lines. Ta-da! That looks good. So I hope you enjoy painting. If you don't have paints, you can use your crayons or twistables or markers, whatever you're comfortable using. Just make sure your hands don't get too sore, and leave it to dry, and then don't do the other sheet. We'll do that tomorrow on Tuesday. So have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.